welcome to Retro Gaming Weekly, and today we are playing Enduro Racer for the Sega Master System. This game came out originally in arcades in 1986, appearing on July 16th of that year in Japan, and then in the USA in September of '86. It made its way to the Master System in Japan on May 18th, 1987, then the USA got it in August 1987. The developer, Yu Suzuki, was a fan of dirt bikes and enjoyed motocross as well as enduro racing, a form of off-road motorcycling similar to stage rallying, but Suzuki understood, however, that 500cc Grand Prix motorcycle road racing was more popular, so he developed Hang-On in 1985 instead. Enduro Racer was ported to the Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, and Atari ST, with Activision handling the porting. Whilst the arcade and US Master System versions have 5 levels, the Japanese version has 10 levels due to the double cartridge size, 256 kilobytes versus 128 kilobytes. Imagine. The Commodore 64 port has 4 levels with stages 3 and 4 being heard versions of stages 1 and 2, while the ZX Spectrum version has 5 levels plus 2-player mode. The ZX Spectrum version was better than the Commodore version, with poor sprites and jerky controls being the main sticking points, whilst the Spectrum version was praised for being as accurate as the arcade version as the ZX Spectrum could get. If you have a Nintendo Wii, and were lucky enough to download it on the Wii's Virtual Console, it came out in the USA in December of 2008, and Europe on January 9th, 2009. Alright, enough prattling on, let's get started. Now I'm hoping I have the Japanese version of this game so that we can play the full 10 levels. If it's the American version and we have 5, well guess what, we have just 1 episode. This is actually one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, by the way. It's rather funny there are dune buggies in this game, because, frankly, Enduro is basically a motorcycle sport. Long-distance desert racing features multiple classes. There's a great game for the Super Famicom called Big Run, which came out in like the early 90s, and it features like the Paris-Dakar. So, yeah. Alright, we have the Japanese version. Fantastic. 2 points, because I think I passed 2 bikes. Oh! Oh, there's nothing I can afford. Oh well. I remember finding this game on an arcade site in high school and playing it and thinking it was actually probably one of the coolest, 80s games of all time. Like, we were so fascinated as a people, and I mean people as in, like, people, not as, like, Americans or Japanese or, Europeans in that regard at all. With what we could put on computers and what people would want to play. And we wound up creating so many cool, games, like, and to meet so many different genres of sport. Australian rules football, for instance, was one you could get for, I think, Genesis, but I could be wrong, in the 90s. And it just doesn't feel that way today with, sports games. It just feels like we all have the same thing, and okay, yeah, you have the Paris-Dakar game come out, and that's awesome. but like at the same time, you know, there's something lost in a way from it. That things like Excite Rally for the original Nintendo Entertainment System somehow just can match better than EA Sports WRC. I mean, Big Run, I think, is a much better Parry Dakar game than the new Parry Dakar game. Now, I think the PS2 version is fantastic. But it's little things, I think Tecmo Bowl is, an impressive game in itself. And, I mean, Super F1 Circus, if I could figure out how to, mod that to have modern paint schemes and drivers listed, I mean, I could definitely have a Super F1 Circus for every year from 1991 until, 2026, if I could figure out how to do those sprite mods. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments down below, because I would absolutely love to make, Oscar Piastri's McLaren in, for Super F1 Circus. Oh no! Oh, that stinks. Game over. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try it again. I think I've got the hang of it this time. Oh no! Oh, that's gonna be rough. I can definitely see a couple weeks of this, frankly. That's okay. I mean, like I said, this is actually like one of my favorite games. So, any chance I get to play it, I'm, tickled pink. I personally really think the graphics are just like tremendous for. I mean, they convey so much without, needing to be absolutely, as I always say, a visual feast. Ah, man, it is tight, I'll say that. But we're gonna get through it and we're gonna work at it. Alright, here we go. Okay, we're doing 125 miles an hour. Ah! I can see why this is definitely a challenge. Never said I was good at it, just said I liked the game. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is the way to win this game. Okay. I'm kind of okay with this. And we might play, you know what, we might actually wind up playing this again at some point in the near future, probably in January when the car rally is held, just as, like, you know, something fun and different. Okay. Alright, so now we know we can't do that the entire way. That's probably for the best. I mean, the road timing is super tight. That's probably why it's so much fun. Oof. Ah! Oh, the game's about to be over. But at least we know now how to beat the first stage. So that actually is pretty good. Alright, how many okay, we passed 13. How much damage can I actually... Oh, 4. Okay. Oh, shoot. Alright. Okay. Oh, no! Alright, we're in the Everglades, for God's sake. Alright, I have a feeling this is going to be a game over, but that's okay too. Yeah, yeah, okay. So this is 100% going to be a game over, I just know that. But hey, we're getting closer. We're getting better. That's kind of a... Yeah, okay. So, hey, we made it that far. I can't really complain. Alright. I'll tell you what. We're going to give it another go here. Here we go. Yeah, this is a pretty good strat. Oh, come on. That guy just hogged my line. Alright, hang on here. I'm going to actually do this. Yeah, it's me. Oh. Wow, I mean, the timing here is super tight. I'm not, like, lying here when I say this. It's, super tight. Alright, let's see how far I can get this time. Now, I am actually a fan of, like, 80s dirt bike racing. I mean, if I could ride, I can't. I have a pretty bad leg and, like, no balance thanks to it. I'd probably have a Honda CR250. Or a Mugen 125 that, like, Johnny O'Mara had in the 1980s. Like, the early 80s. I mean, I think the motocross the nations of that era, when the U.S. was just dominating it, was like pretty cool in itself. I mean, when you have David Bailey, Bob Hanna, Johnny O'Mara, Ron LaShane, and trying to think who else would be on that list. It's a pretty cool list. It's a pretty great list, actually. And we got 9 points. I think I can get away with not needing anything for... Dude! That guy! That was kind of uncalled for. Whew. Okay, I think we need definitely a better engine. man. Okay, this is gonna be a game over, and then next time for Retro Gaming Weekly. Oh, we didn't set the line. Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Retro Gaming Weekly. My name, of course, is Jack Coburn. I hope you have enjoyed Enduro Racer, because, frankly, I'm enjoying it very much. Thank you again for watching. Every video you guys watch and view really does make a difference. So, yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified about our next video. If you do subscribe, leave a comment down below and we'll give you a follow back. That's just kind of what channel we are. So anyway, stick around for some of the other videos we have on the channel, and if not, we'll see you next week for the next bit of Enduro Racer. Thank you. Bye-bye. This has been a presentation of Alsatian Productions. Vroom!